Have you ever postponed a project or stayed quiet in a meeting, telling yourself you'll finally take the leap once you feel ready? The standard advice for these moments is to just believe in yourself, but in practice, that advice almost always fails. It demands that you summon a feeling out of thin air. We treat confidence like fuel, assuming we need it before moving, but waiting works against us. The longer we delay, the heavier the task feels. The real mechanism works the other way. Action comes first. Action creates evidence, and that evidence generates confidence. Confidence isn't the fuel that starts the engine. It is a dashboard reading that only lights up after the engine has run successfully. Waiting for a feeling of readiness traps you in a stalled state. No action, no evidence, no confidence. To get unstuck, we have to change the sequence of our behavior. Think of confidence as the output of a machine. It's a prediction your brain makes about whether you can handle an upcoming situation based on historical data. And the machine starts with a small action, which generates clear feedback. When you take that action, the environment responds. Your brain gets real-world answers to questions like, is this safe, and can I survive a mistake? That feedback quickly accumulates into repeated evidence. This evidence acts as training data. The brain uses it to form an updated prediction about your capabilities. And that positive prediction is what we experience as confidence. This brings us to the core rule of the machine. Confidence is simply evidence converted into expectation. This explains why you cannot think your way into feeling ready. Positive affirmations might make you feel temporarily better, but without action, the brain has no real data to support those thoughts. True confidence resists willpower. It is a mechanical output. You cannot fake it. You have to feed it with real-world data. If we understand confidence as a machine, we can clearly see what breaks it. The most common failure mode is avoidance. Avoiding an uncomfortable task gives you immediate relief, but mechanically, it places a barrier right at the start of the loop. It physically starves your brain of the new evidence it needs to update its prediction. The second failure mode is taking massive leaps. We try to be reckless and brave, attempting actions that are completely uncalibrated to our current skills. These oversized actions overload the system. When an attempt is too large and ends poorly, it feeds the machine with negative data, reinforcing the brain's prediction that the situation is dangerous and you are incompetent. Protecting yourself through avoidance or throwing yourself into reckless leaps both yield the same result. They stall the machine and keep you trapped in a cycle of insecurity. The goal, then, is not to summon bravery. The goal is to design evidence. You do this by finding the smallest real rep. You shrink the action down until it is safe enough to repeat without overloading the machine. If you want to speak up more at work, don't try to deliver an impromptu 10-minute presentation. Your smallest real rep might be preparing and asking one clear question in a team meeting. If you want to build fitness confidence, don't start with a grueling hour-long workout. Commit to 10 minutes of walking after lunch for 5 days. The objective is not to become completely fearless. The objective is to gather enough small data points to move away from underconfidence, bypass fake certainty, and settle into a calm, calibrated confidence. Think of one area in your life where you are currently waiting to feel ready. What is the smallest real action you could take today that would give your brain a new piece of evidence? Confidence is not a mysterious feeling you have to wait for. It is a machine you can feed. Do not wait for confidence. Design evidence.